be glad at some point when it warms up.
No, thank you.
Okay, now we're live.
All right, good evening. I'd like to call to order the City of Frostburg Historic District Commission meeting for May 11th, 2026. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The Maryland Land Use Article empowers Frostburg's Historic District Commission to implement the city's Historic Preservation Overlay District according to the regulations set forth in the Frostburg zoning ordinance. All meetings of this commission are open to the public and conducted in compliance with Maryland's Open Meetings Act. The Frostburg Historic District Commission is charged with the preservation of historic structures and the surroundings within the designated district in order to safeguard the heritage of the city, stabilize and improve property values, strengthen the local economy, and foster civic beauty. All right, our roll call. Bill Detterman is not with us this evening. Rob Rapan,
Here?
Maureen Brewer,
Here.
Joe Hoffman,
Here.
and I am Dawn Hine. Commissioners, if you would please review the agenda for this evening's meeting, and when you are ready, if I could have a motion.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, hearing none opposed, the agenda is approved. And then if you would also please look at the minutes from our April 2026 meeting, and when you're ready, if I could have a motion.
I move we approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Hearing none opposed, the minutes for April are approved. We do not have any project presentations this evening, but we do have some old business to discuss. And first up would be 76 Unboxed, the Historic District Management Platform. So please join us up here. If you just state your name, yeah, once you said that, just if you would just say your name for the recording, that'd be great, thank you. Okay.
I'm Rachel Thompson.
And I'm Yumi McClellan.
So we're from 76 Unboxed, JMA Resources, and we wanted to kind of come out here today for you guys and give you a little bit of an update since the last time I met with you guys over Meets. Was it? Yeah.
Yes.
And so here on your paper, you'll see kind of the current status of the registered users, 4 claimed properties, 3 active discussions, and then the average time spent. So these are just some different metrics that we've been keeping an eye on as far as while we're still developing the software. And some of the main improvements we've been working on are the new property page layout, which just makes it look a little bit nicer. Some of the pictures are a lot easier to see now. You can add captions, different dates and categories.
And tag them to the
Tag them.
construction improvements.
Yeah, and then also residential history is a big tab that we completed, so people are able to share different families that have lived at the property if they choose to do so. And then on the Explore page, so we're launching nationally June 1st, and our Explore page will have Frostburg and Mechanicsburg as the only 2 towns on there. So you guys are going to be getting a lot of visibility right at the beginning. So that's very exciting. And yeah, our hope over the next couple weeks is to get some more properties in there. Hopefully meet one-on-one with people who own historic homes here so we can put in some more information into their properties and really kind of showcase Frostburg as one of the founding districts on our website.
So how do we increase the what's a strategy that we can use to increase the number of people who are using it?
Sure, so I can jump in. So we're talking to Jamie about this. We're going to create a social media post that will be here in Frostburg for the Buy Nothing, Give Freely event. So they can stop by our stand and sign up for a session with our team. And the exciting thing about that is that Rachel and our other analyst Ryan will be here. And we really want to let the community know that these are the people who are going to come in your home. So it's not just going to be, someone that we don't know hired to come in your home, listen to your stories. These are the people who've been here. We've gone around, taken pictures, heard the stories. And so we're really excited to be able to put that post out there. Jamie can take that and reshare it. And like I said, we'll be here and offering some free one-on-one sessions to come in and hear the beautiful stories about the homes and take pictures. I know that there's some really unique items that both Jamie and Erica said as we were walking through, so we'd love to capture those.
How many people have you interviewed so far?
So far we've done one complete interview. You've also talked with Kelly Mears, I believe.
Yes, I did talk with Kelly Mears and got their perspective on just the product in general, but they know that we want to come out and do some more interviews with people as well. And as far as the interviews that people are able to sign up for, we know that not everyone's crazy about necessarily inviting someone into their home. So another plan as far as increasing registration is going to be just having a way for them to sign up right there, like whether it's on an iPad or a computer. So that way we can send out emails saying, hey, remember us? You guys signed up with us on Saturday. Here's a reminder to go back in and take a look around.
We also, go ahead.
I just have a suggestion. Rob and I are members of the garden club. Maybe we could get you for one of the programs,
Yeah,
one of the monthly
absolutely.
programs, and you can just tell the membership about it. So that's the 30
Yeah,
people,
like the
I
next
guess.
meeting
Yeah.
will be June 4th. I'm not sure there's any program planned if you're interested. That's a Monday night. It's always the first Monday of the month.
Okay.
Yeah, Rachel's email is right at the bottom
Okay.
here. You can send her an email. Another thing we would like to offer too is that if anyone, listening or anyone that has photo albums or stories, that they could even email Rachel, and we'd be happy to upload that in their profile.
Okay.
Throughout this experience, we've been saying that there are so many amazing stories that are just lost because they're just told from generation to generation. We want to make sure to capture them.
Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking, I know June's coming up here pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think about, but there we are. And I'm guessing that once it launches nationally, you guys are going to be pretty busy with other locations that may be popping up, or I don't know, how does that work? Is it just like individuals sign up?
So we can
It's
have
not like a town that has to sign up.
we can have anything really. It could be an
Okay.
individual that signs up. It can be a town. It can be a historic district. It could be a historic society. Any
Okay.
real community or individual who wants to sign up and
Yeah.
share their history.
Okay, all right. Well, I was just thinking if we could have a public meeting, I don't know, a lot of people don't seem to be interested in our meeting.
No.
We don't get a lot of viewers. And as you can see, we don't get very many live audience members either for our meeting.
You need to do something to make it viral. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but
Well,
Might
yeah.
not be appropriate, but
If you guys get on the agenda, are we going to have an ice cream social again this year? Like the state of Frostburg? Maybe we have them roll that out there, because that was a pretty good turnout
It
last
was
year.
a good turnout for
Yeah.
them.
I think this would be a great place for it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the free ice
I
cream.
believe,
it's-
I don't know when, but I believe there was talks of another one of those again.
Yeah,
this
because I
year.
think that got a really good reception, and I think this
Yeah.
would be that would be a good place for it, because like you said, free ice cream.
Yeah,
So we get a good turnout, and people who are there are interested.
and kind of what's going
Yeah,
on.
on
and-
what's happening in Frostburg, so it's a good
but they call it the
audience.
scoop because they serve
The
ice
scoop.
cream.
Because they serve.
Oh, yes. I
You're
remember
getting the
Jamie
scoop on
mentioning
what's
that.
going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Right,
Were
right.
you at the Spring Arts Walk?
No, we weren't able to make it to the Spring Arts Walk.
Well, the weather wasn't contributing
No.
to,
Oh.
No,
to
wasn't
many
pleasant.
people standing around and
No.
having
Mm,
communication. Yeah.
All right.
So are there any other places you're trying to market, like, a lot of times, maybe it's just, I know a lot of people that get a lot of Frostburg news from the Palace Theater sign
Mhm.
and the fire department sign. Maybe if we could just put, the website up. And
How would we go about doing that? Should I send that to Jamie or?
Jamie?
Yeah, you can send that to me and I can see who I need to send that to, or, yeah,
For the Palace,
like Palace, so you said the
that's
fire
the
department.
bookstore, I think, still
Yeah.
does that.
Oh, the book, okay.
Bookstore?
I don't know. I know they used to.
Fred used,
Yeah,
Right.
because,
Do
yeah,
it, so-
because Kurt still is at the bookstore, so he manages.
Oh, he
the-
is.
So if we want to sign up, for example, the email address that's here, is that how we do that?
If you go onto the website right there is frostburgmd or .76 on docs.com. And you can put your own personal email and sign up and create an account there. But if you have any questions about that, this is my personal email that you can email me on.
Okay.
Yeah. And to what you were saying about other outreach, we've also been working for businesses and trying to figure out what the best ways to market with businesses would be, as far as, do we want to have a separate kind of notation or a way to kind of show that, this is a business. So we're still working on that and how we want to put that out there, but that's not something we forgot about, is how important the businesses are.
Yeah.
I do want to emphasize though, going into our launch, yes, we will be busy, but we will always make time for Frostburg. This town has become near and dear to our hearts, and Noah's already near and dear to your
Yes.
heart. So please feel free to always reach out if you have any ideas you'd like to, put your property online. You can also, like Rachel said, go to frostburgmd.76unbox.com. It takes 2 minutes to sign up. There's no password, so you just enter your email address, get a one-time code.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
Oh, wonderful. So if you guys have any feedback or you think of something along the way, please feel free to reach out to us either, again, through email or on the site. There's 3, I call them sparklies, I don't know, there's probably some term. At the bottom right of the screen, there's a little blue circle with sparkles in it. And that's our help desk that goes directly to Rachel.
That's me.
All right.
So wonderful. We're excited to get Frostburg on the map and
Yeah.
have them one of the 2 towns that are on the Explore page to begin with.
Very much.
So, as far as like trying to get the word out, I'm just trying to think of more ways too. So we have, the water bill goes out quarterly. Can we place a flyer in the utility bill in the historic district? Because we've done that before as far as
Right.
putting brochures and then how about the city council meeting? Because if you go to city council meeting, usually media is there also, so it would get in the paper.
Yeah. We can definitely make plans to be there.
We'll schedule that.
didn't you guys already go to a council meeting like months ago? I thought that came up to council.
It was brought up at the council meeting,
Okay.
but we didn't have anybody from 76 on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think now that we have, that you have registered users and some properties, you could show that during a city council meeting, so it would, be a little easier when
That's a
you have
good
something
idea.
already up.
I haven't put mine on yet.
I haven't put mine on either. Because I'm thinking about, where did I find all this information about my house? I'm not really sure.
Well,
So
I
if
mean,
somebody asks, where
Yeah.
should they find their information?
I mean, one of the main purposes is to kind of go in and put anything that you know, how much or how little that might be, and then whenever your town is able to kind of give people that historian role, then other people can
So
start.
it's
contributing.
crowdsourcing the information. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the unique part about the historian role is that you can grant access to that person or that group where they can actually go in, and as they go through photos, they can attach them to the different properties. So your house, there might be months down the road, they come across an old photo of your house, and they can attach that, put it in the timeline where appropriate, and so
Yeah.
it's a very cool feature.
And didn't we talk about trying to involve the Frostburg Museum in that somehow? I don't know, were you guys able to talk with the board there?
I've reached out to the Frostburg Museum and Frostburg First, so I'm still trying to wait and hear some stuff back from them.
Okay.
But yeah, we definitely want to get more in contact with them so that way they can become that historian role.
Yeah.
And then anything they want to share, they'll have ability to just go in and upload things as they'd like.
Museum Week is coming up in June.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
It's
Don't have the flyer with me.
the 13th through the 22nd.
It sounds about
Something
right.
like, it's like 10 days, it's not
Okay.
even a week. But, so what it is Allegheny County does, designates that time. It's usually the second week in June, and, so all the museums in Allegheny County have special programming going on that time, and then the county promotes that, all the things that go on at the museums during that time. So most of the museums do like special things during that week, not just their normal open hours, but they'll do some special programs during that.
And that could be helpful for other towns in Allegheny County too, that want to look into getting it for their town.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can send them to Frostburg.
Send them
Yeah.
to your guys'
So they
page so they
can
can see a
check
good
it out.
example.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I see you're gonna be in Berkeley Springs this week.
Yes.
I'll be there too, so I'll see you there.
Oh, excited.
Wonderful. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
me, and then Lane will be there
Okay.
speaking.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, good, yeah. Excellent. I'll look for you. Any other new updates or things we should know or be on the lookout for?
I think that's about it. I mean, we could probably be here for 6 hours telling you about all the wonderful updates, but those are really all the high level updates, and truly we just want to make sure that we kind of open that door that you guys can share any information with us or any ideas that you have. Just let you know that we're open to them, and we will definitely follow up on some of the suggestions that you provided.
And even after June 1st, if there's any kind of feedback or even specific features, we've talked to Jamie extensively about different things that could make his job easier, things like that. So even though we are nationally launching in June, Frostburg and Mechanicsburg are going to be the two towns that we still rely on as far as that direct, consistent feedback, as far as constantly evolving. So
Okay, yeah, sure.
Now, are you also making progress with the town in Pennsylvania you're doing with Mechanicsburg?
Yep.
I think it was.
yep, we've also been, we actually tried a different marketing idea with them. We put door hangers out. So on all the doors or on the houses that we took pictures of for them, we put out door hangers. And so I think the Frostburg ones are still in the process of being published. So whenever we get those, we'll be sure to send them or bring them down for you guys. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Hopefully by then it'll be warmer.
Yes.
We'll walk outside.
That'll be good. All right, any other questions?
We just have to get on that and get more familiar with it.
All right.
Wonderful.
Well,
Thank
great,
you.
thank you
Yes.
both very much.
Thank you
We
guys
appreciate
so
you being
much.
here, and we're excited about this being used more extensively and more people getting involved.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, our second old business item is the Historic District Guidelines, specifically updating demolition guidelines. And Jamie is going to be talking about what the status is of that update.
Yeah, so we, at our last, few meetings, we've discussed updating these guidelines specifically for demolition. And at the last meeting, it was voted on that we should adapt the city of Cumberland's, so that is what we have done. We've put our information, in there where it has, made sense to do so, took out their information, but it is essentially exactly as theirs is. So if there's any changes or edits or anything that anybody sees and would like to be made, or if you feel that they look good, you're able to vote on adopting them as our regulations.
Okay,
Whether that you want to do that at this meeting or not, that's up to you all.
okay.
So has council looked at this?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Technically, it is up to the historic district
All right.
to have your own guidelines. It's not.
I just wondered whether they had been.
Oh,
Which I mean, we can, it's something that we can run past them if you would like us to do that prior to adopting them. But as far as the way the ordinance is written, and the bylaws, it's up to you all
Okay.
to adopt and make the guidelines.
I do have one question on the first page there, towards the bottom, and it's letter F. Are we missing some words there?
We may be.
There's nothing next to F.
Maybe something got, okay, yeah, so I will have to check and see
Yes,
what's
there
going
are
on
missing
there.
words.
Yeah, it's just
I
like.
like that
it's-
answer, Jamie.
it's
Maybe.
missing.
Could be.
Unless, yeah, I'll have to check and see how. Cumberland-
Unless those, I and double I, the Roman numerals
It's
need to
F
be
and
under
G,
E.
Yeah,
Maybe they're supposed to be under
Yeah.
E, I'm not sure.
yeah.
Probably-
If we're missing something, or we just have an
Probably
extra letter.
Cumberland's.
You
Yeah,
know,
I'll
that,
see- I'll
you
see
know,
how
that sounds right,
Cumberland's is,
because
Yeah.
it does
if
match
theirs is
E,
the
that
same,
does match E.
Right,
Or, yeah, or if it matches E, it might have been just a.
Right.
Match E.
enter
Exactly.
Or something, and then
and
it.
that's kind of what it looks like to me.
Purchase information,
Yeah.
for example.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do that, yeah. Yeah, I did not notice that, but.
And then the next section, or actually, wait a minute, on page 3. The top part, the documentation requirements, we're gonna like provide examples, and what do you mean by archival paper? Like of a series of digital photographs and a 5x7 photographic prints on archival paper. The tip,
Well-
I mean,
So,
I'm not sure,
so
we
what,
need an example or something, maybe.
so it's gonna be something that's acid-free, basically, so that it would preserve, whereas a paper that has acid in it will break down over time.
Oh, I know what archival paper is, but I mean, does, I
Because
don't
if
know,
you're
I
gonna,
guess-
if you end up demolishing, this is going to be the only record left of the building.
Okay, got it, okay, got it.
That's why.
Okay, got
That's
it,
why.
all right, that makes sense now. See, we have such a good inventory of all of our stock right now.
Yes.
We may not have a picture of everything.
Yeah. So, and for, yeah, so
Okay.
for this one, you don't just want the front, you're gonna want all the sides
Right.
of the building.
What page you on?
I was looking on page 3-6, I guess.
So for that one, are you saying you would like us to change the way that's worded, or that the way it's worded is okay? Like all elevations and angles of the property, front, rear, sides, it should just have it say all sides of.
No, I like that the way it's,
Okay.
because I think it explains it
Yeah.
Okay,
better.
just
Yeah, I
making
think
sure,
so.
okay.
maybe he could add something about, photos will be retained,
As permanent record or
Right.
something like that.
something
Right.
like, just so people
Then I
understand
understand why
why
we're doing
you're
that.
asking
If you
for
are
that.
if we're giving you all the digital, you should have it digitally
Yeah.
anyway.
Right.
Um,
So this is going to be the record of that building that will be
How far down
removed
are
from Frostburg. So as much
Right.
information
Mhm.
as there might be about the house
Exactly.
is important.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are there any other discussion about the guidelines, or how is everyone feeling? Do we want to make a motion? Do you feel ready to move forward?
There's a, in the Hagerstown one, that's what I was looking for in this. In Hagerstown, do you have that in front of you, anybody?
I
No.
didn't bring it.
Their guidelines have a section on demolition. And I don't see anything, now I haven't read this whole thing, but it says, new construction or demolition is never routine and always requires the appropriate review process. Since the total or partial demolition of a historic structure is permanent and disadvantageous action to the historical fabric of the districts, the commission will consider demolition as a last resort. It has a couple more things, but it's like a preamble to that. I think that would be good
We may be
before
able
this.
to add, well, the very first paragraph on the page kind of is trying to do what you're just talking about there.
Which page on this new
The-
one?
First page
First page we have,
of the,
the purpose of the following document.
so I think that's what, they're both trying to do the same thing, but maybe another sentence or two could be added.
I'm thinking to
There.
add that whole section in there. Let's see
It
how
says
far- I didn't look-
demolition is discouraged, however requested
I
demolition.
knew there was something like that in one of these.
Yeah, it's the first paragraph of the guidelines.
And then it also mentions, it says, under demolition, after that it says, once demolished, a historic resource can never be recovered. I mean, stands, separate and stringent standards apply when requesting demolition of a building or structure contributes to the character of the historic district. For more information on demolition process, please contact the planning office. I don't know whether we need to say that necessarily, that part of it, but I think just a little bit more information about, if you're thinking about demolition, think twice, sign it. And it seems to me that that wording is, we could just about duplicate.
And Jamie, you have
Yeah, I
have
have
that
it.
right?
Yeah, I have it, not right. in
Not,
front of me,
yes,
I
but
do have it.
you
Yeah.
you have, yeah, okay.
So I'm thinking like maybe
It should just be part of that first paragraph, I think.
right, in the
Yeah.
beginning of a
Right.
discussion about demolition, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And even that section, that sentence I read, for more information on demolition process, please contact them. Well, maybe,
Call
would it be
Jamie.
the planning office
Yeah,
or
call me.
Call
Yeah.
Jamie.
Community
Just put-
development,
yeah.
Yeah.
just add the appropriate? And then do we have something in ours about appeals? Because the next section in this Hagerstown one after demolition is appeals. Applicants who are unhappy with the decision made by the commission may
Well,
appeal the decision.
the one appeal is the economic hardship.
Yeah, so it talks about that in
That's
there.
like, you can ask for,
I'm just saying,
economic hardship, like a waiver kind of thing, once you've been turned down.
I could
Oh, I'm
potentially add in language like how, like any appeal goes, because the historic district and the historic district commission are under the zoning ordinance. And so any appeals, like it would go to the Board of Zoning Appeals, and then if they're unsatisfied with that, the next one would be the district court, I believe, or whatever, they would take it a notch higher. I mean, I could add that in, or I could have a reference to the section in the zoning ordinance that states the standard appeal
That's probably
process.
a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's just,
See
instead
the
of
section,
repeating it
yeah,
twice, yeah.
exactly.
yeah, I think that's a good idea, just to
Yeah.
be specific about that. That way they see everything to pertain to this in one spot.
All right, so then, do we want to, vote on this next time, or do we feel comfortable that these changes will be made?
I would prefer if we do it next time, because
Okay.
I think from some of the things that have come up today, I want to go back and look at some of the other documents we have from other
Okay.
towns to see if maybe we have some informative information we want to include here.
Okay,
And if you come across anything, like, in looking at it, like, feel free to email me.
yeah,
and
so then it can be put in,
Yeah, it
No
could
one
be
can
kind
have
of
it
added in.
already.
Yeah.
right, okay. All right, that sounds like a good plan. We will do that. Do we need to, we don't need to make a motion for that, do we?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Not
okay.
really, I would
All right.
think.
Maybe Jamie could do those changes and email them to us, and we'd promise we'll read them before the next meeting, so we can vote on
Are you crazy?
it.
Everybody does their homework.
Yeah. When is our
This is good.
next meeting?
This is very good, Jamie. Good.
June.
Yeah, thanks for doing
I hope we don't have any more properties on the docket for removal in the near future.
Well, and that's why, if we can try to work
Get
with
it ahead of
Jamie,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
before the next meeting, just in case there's something does come up, then we can have that in place. All right, so I guess that moves us down to new business. And we do have one administrative approval, 18 South Broadway, installation of a commercial projection sign.
Yes, we had only the one administrative approval, which you all saw at the last meeting. It was the sign that went in conjunction with the awning. So the sign was able to be approved administratively, so it's just the projection sign that we'll be installing.
Wonderful. Okay. Are there any updates on any of the buildings that we've had
That's what I was going to ask.
issues with?
Diamond?
Not
Oh,
Pritchard?
what is going on with Diamond?
Not-
Pritchard had a big thing, looked like they were cleaning out the
Yeah.
building on the side.
Well-
They are in the process of the renovation that is ramping up within just like the last month or so.
The
it. Which one are you talking about?
Yeah, Pritchard.
Good, because there's things coming, falling
Pritchard.
off the face of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know,
It's
it's
really,
not
really
good.
dangerous.
Yeah.
I was at the traffic and watched things fly down.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's,
And the sidewalk was already blocked, so, I actually watched this, it looked like a pigeon kicked something right off. Pigeon was
yeah.
right up there, the thing just fell off, and the pigeon just looking. And I was like, oh my gosh. It's the wind.
Yeah.
But I think all that stuff is off now, so we don't have to worry about it falling.
At least there's that. As far as any other updates, nothing that I have for in the last month.
How about the old City Hall? I mean, that's FSU, right?
Yeah, and
Still, maybe?
I don't know the exact status of it. I know that there was, like, they were going to not use it for what they
For
were
the
intending
space,
to use
for the
it.
space
But they wouldn't have been able to just give it back to us, or like, because it's like the state requirements, since it's now a state property, because it's a university, they're required to sell it at fair market
Okay.
rate. So even though we kind of
Yeah,
gave
Gifted
that,
it, right?
so I don't know if they've changed their mind on it or what it, but
sure.
nothing is happening at the moment.
We have a new president coming.
We
So
do.
Maybe.
Well, I'm just saying, because they really need to wash their windows and sweep that sidewalk, because it's really dangerous walking there,
Yeah.
because all that gravel. And it's weird, it's like everybody else swept, but that place, I mean, we
Yeah.
just had the cleaning day, why didn't the whole sidewalk get swept? I don't understand.
I'm not sure.
That's very weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of which, is there a requirement, I might have brought this up before and I apologize for that. Is there any way that we could require businesses to keep their windows washed?
No.
I mean, it just is, you got a lot of foot traffic from the train coming up here, and now is when it's starting to get busy again.
Yeah, I,
Kind of like you do with grass. I mean, if you let it go so tall, and then the city will go in and
yeah.
cut it and bill the property owner. Could we think about doing something like that?
I'd have to check on the legality of it. I know, like with high grass, there can be other like safety concerns
Right.
as to, whereas with like the business, it looks bad, but if there's a safety concern with it, that's how we can kind of get into the enforcement
Yeah,
end of
I
it.
can
I
see
mean,
that.
it might be something where we just have to not like shame them, but like kind of like highly encourage or get the word out, like, you know, you want to be put on a good face for, you know, people coming into town.
Right.
We
Like-
want the stickers on the windows removed.
And the worst part of it is on the way up to the business district. That whole stretch, including
empty.
the old city hall and all those buildings that Polo-Nuns in there, and just it's sad to see that all the time. Well, I would vote for it if we could make some kind of regulation like that, or even maybe the city
Carrot
could
and a stick,
contract with somebody to keep them cleaned
that's right.
at a reasonable rate, you know, that's a thought.
I mean, does Frostburg First have any interaction? I don't know who the contact is for that building, but does Frostburg First have any contact with them?
For City Hall.
The old city hall?
Yeah.
I mean, we would,
You
I
would
mean,
just
it's
ask
the
Frostburg
university,
State, yeah.
and Patrick would probably be the best one having
Right.
worked
Yeah,
there,
I mean, he
so-
would know all the people.
Yeah, he would know who to talk to.
You might be able to get some young guy to, as far as cleaning the windows, to just start a business to do that, or
Isn't gonna happen, come on, Rob.
get
Come on,
the city
Rob,
to
that's
pay
not gonna
that.
happen. Come on.
It's easy to do. If I was younger, I'd do it.
All right, are there any other topics that we need to discuss tonight? Any other concerns?
I think this was very productive.
All right, good, good. All right, well, if there is nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie, for your work on this. We
Yes,
appreciate
yes,
it.
yes.
I talked to Bill the other day, and he said he was gonna be here, so maybe he's not feeling well today.
we had an appointment in Baltimore.
Are we still live?
Oh,
Are we
that's
still
right.
live?
He wasn't sure he could be back. That's
Are we
right.
still live?